What's up guys, TC here and welcome back to Starbound Nightly. Today I've got some really interesting stuff to show you. So if you remember the last episode we had quite a lot of new items but they weren't quite functional and now they are, so it's really cool. We'll just start off with the boomerangs, which I am super excited about, and as you'll see here they work just like you would expect. They even bounce if they get stuck behind something. They kind of bounce a bit and then they come back to you no matter what. They're also dual wieldable, so you can do fun stuff like that. So that'll be really good. I can't wait to see if people will legitimately use them like dual wielding. I know I'm at least going to try. We also got the Translocator is now finally in the game, working very well. So this is basically the replacement for Blink. Okay, so pretty much you fire left click to fire the gun, right? And you hit right click to teleport to it, right? Now if you hit left click and you left click again, you'll recall it. It doesn't have very good range. You can't charge or anything like that's pretty much, if I'm shooting straight forward right now, that's as far as it's going to go. So if you want to shoot it really far, you have to kind of aim up a little bit. That's about the maximum range you're going to get. So in one hand, it's a downgrade from Blink, right? However, one thing it can do that Blink never could do was you can put this in here and then close this, and you can blink to it. Blink could never blink you through walls, but this can. So as long as you have a line of sight at some point, you can get in. And what's really cool is this little disc here stays active for 2 whole minutes. And on top of that, it actually loads the zone that it's in. As a lot of you know, Starbound actually unloads areas that the player's not in. So when you walk off screen, that area isn't active anymore. This disc keeps that area active. So you could actually put this on one side of a planet, walk all the way to the other side, and then hit the right click, and you would teleport all the way back to the other side of the planet. So it's very, very powerful. I'm not quite sure if it's going to stay how it is now, or if they're going to nerf it, or what the deal is. It does cost quite a bit of energy to use. I'm in admin mode so you can't see it. The Naramoob still is the exact same as it was, and interestingly enough you can do some really weird stuff with this, like get out of your ship like that. Let me hop down to my ship again real quick. It's a very tricky little thing to do. Come on, almost there. There we go. And then last we have the drone controller, which now works, and this thing is very, very interesting. So basically you left click and you'll see this little ball pops out and you're holding a little joystick thing, right? Now when you move nothing happens, you can't really interact with it, but if you left click and drag in a direction, you'll see it actually goes with your cursor. So I drag up, drag down, drag left and right. Now if it touches a wall at all, any solid surface, it blows up, even just a tiny bit, like just a tiny fraction, and it blows up. It does not, unfortunately, it does not interact with motion sensors. It does not set off light sensors, even though it does give off light, and it does, it does move. So you would think it would set this kind of stuff off. So here's a motion sensor. You'd think that this would set it off, but it doesn't actually, which is kind of upsetting. So hopefully they'll add some kind of functionality to that later. What's up next? So you'll actually notice the costume I'm wearing is brand new, and it's actually related to where we are right now. It's called a dark mask, a dark shirt, and dark pants. Now, it just makes you pitch black. There's no texture to it. What's really interesting, though, is if you're paying close attention, you'll see that the planet we're over here right now is actually a really weird-looking planet. That's because it is a brand new planet type in the game. We haven't had a new planet type in a very long time, and it's called a midnight biome. And what these are planets that are constantly dark. And so the description reads, forever midnight with no trace of sunlight. Non-breathable atmosphere, temperature dangerously low. And you'll see on the weather thing over there, it actually shows a little sun. We'll get to that in a second. It's very strange. I don't know how to describe it, but the lighting in the game, you can, the ambient lighting all the time can be super bright or super dark for planets. So even when the sun's up, it can be really dark. So what I'm going to show you here is you'll see that the sun actually does pop up on these planets, but it doesn't get bright. It stays very, very dark all the time. So we're going to beam down. I'm going to show you this new planet type. One of the interesting things is I'm a little worried because YouTube... Oh, I have Fulbright on. Whoopsie. Come on. Oh, I have caps lock on too. That's weird. My bad. Okay, guys, I can't type today. There we go. So I know YouTube has a really bad habit of making things super dark. So I'm not sure if you guys can see anything at all right now, but that's just kind of part of what this biome is. It's very rocky. If you can't see the details, actually, here's what I'll do. I will put on the lantern on a stick, or the xenon backpack, so that should help out a little bit. There, that makes it a little bit brighter, and even go a little further, we'll put this glow mask on. There we go. So now this is pretty much as bright as you can get things. Maybe, is there a flashlight maybe? Here we go, flashlight. Yeah, and so here's what I'm saying, right? So you'll see the sun is actually here. It's actually coming up, but it never really gets bright. Go away, birds. Right, so you guys can kind of see the background right now. It never gets any brighter than this. It's just always this temperature, or always this color. And you can see the background's pretty cool looking. They have water on them. It's just regular water. It's not healing water or anything. They do have micro dungeons and stuff like that. In fact, I found a lot of them have quite a few. I think earlier, on the first one I beamed down to, actually had 2 USMC prisons on it and an avian temple. So I'm not sure if they have extra, or if they... Okay, I don't have strong enough gear to fight you. Or if they have, like, I don't know if that's normal now to have 3 on a planet, but it was very interesting to find 3 of those. And so here you see the sun's up, but it's not really bright out. It's still really dark. So it's a very, very cool, kind of eerie biome. And I'm really looking forward to the next biome, which is not in the game yet. It's like some kind of ruined city type biome. So I'm expecting like a bunch of shattered and falling buildings in the background. I'm not quite sure what the foreground's going to be like, if it's going to be like covered in ash or something like that. I don't quite know. Other things I have been seeing in the code that aren't quite implemented yet are some more secondary attacks. I'm seeing things like homing arrows, homing rockets, remote sticky grenades. Like, I think you would fire it and you can remotely blow it up. There's also some like dash attacks and pounce attacks with swords. Like, I'm assuming you would right click and it's going to dash you forward. And I think the other right click, it like makes you jump in an arc and slash downwards. Now, none of these are in the game yet, or I would definitely be showing you guys. But they are the actual, like, I don't know what to call it, the Lua, the code for it is actually in the game. It's just not implemented yet, so I can't show it. So hopefully in the next couple days we'll have that, and I'll be able to show off some more new stuff, because that looks really fun, especially like homing arrows and homing rockets. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please rate, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.